Hi, I'm Judy Weaver. I'm the founder of Connected Warriors, and we are bringing this in collaboration with the David Lynch Foundation. This is a small, short, 15-minute yoga practice that you can add to your Transcendental meditation. So bring yourself to stand. Your feet are hip distance apart. This, I believe, is called Willow. So your arms are long, and begin to twist a little bit to the right without effort. Look right, and then as your body moves over to the left, let your arms swing naturally, and you'll find that you'll get a little momentum with this, letting your arms just bring your body to the right and to the left. We'll do this 10 times. As you inhale, maybe move to the right. As you exhale to the left. Keep it easy, the least amount of effort as possible. Good, so 5 more times, each direction, letting your arms move in front of your body, behind your body. Effortless effort here. Good. And 2 more times. Just creating some movement through the spine, through the arms, and through the legs. And when you're ready, 1 more time, bring yourself right back into center, and then shake your arms out, let it go. Palms face forward. Inhale, reach your arms way out and up. Way up, look up. Now clasp your hands at the top and push the heels of the hands straight up to the ceiling. Bring your gaze to neutral again. Inhale, get taller through the palms, and exhale to the right. Inhale brings you back to center, exhale left. 3 times here. Inhale brings you up, exhale right. Draw your low belly in, keep strength in the spine, and exhale left. Good. 1 more time each side. Inhale up, exhale to the right. Inhale to center, and exhale left. Inhale brings you to neutral. Release your arms down as you bend your knees. Place your forearms on your thighs and look down. So here, if you feel that your hip crease, the space where your thigh and your belly meet each other, if it's really nice and deep, feel free to release your hands down and head down. Shift your weight forward and lift your hips. Otherwise, stay exactly where you are and breathe. So this is a modified chair pose into a forward fold. Notice 2 more breaths here. And 1 more. Now wherever you are, move your hands to your shins, slight bend in your knees. Inhale, lift your chest up, keep your knees bent, plant your hands on the floor, and step your feet back so you can bring your knees down to the floor. And press your hips back for child's pose. You can keep your knees together or your knees apart. Rest your forehead either on a block, maybe your hands crossed on top of one another, or even the floor, whatever's comfortable for you. Your knees can be together or apart. Just listening to your body is the most important thing that's happening, and breathing. And take 2 more breaths. And 1 more. Inhale, stretch your arms out in front of you. Lengthen through the arms, spread your fingers wide, and bring yourself up into tabletop. So shoulders are above your wrists, knees and hips in alignment. Take a look at your hands. The fingers are spread really wide apart. Look down to keep your neck neutral. Inhale as you lower your belly, lift your chest and your hips. Feel free to look up. Exhale as you round. Draw the belly in and up, and maybe look at your knees or your legs or your tummy. Inhale as you bring your chest forward and up, spread the collarbones. Exhale, round as you lift the spine, pull the ribs in strongly. Good, 1 more. Cow pose as you inhale, feel the extension throughout your spine. As you exhale into cat pose, lift and feel the flexion in the back body. Inhale brings you right back into neutral tabletop. Pause there. Inhale as you send your right leg back, curl your toes underneath. Keep pushing back through the heel. Now you can choose to just stay here with 1 leg, maybe even bring the right knee back down, or you can extend the left leg into plank, or alternate. So you can keep maybe 1 knee down and then lengthen through the other leg. If you're doing that alternating, do that 2 more times. Knee down, extend the other leg. And then maybe 1 more time. Everybody in plank or some variation of that. As you exhale, lift your hips up and back into downward facing dog. You can feel free to walk your dog out by bending one knee, lifting a hip, or you can stay neutral and just keep pressing back through the hips. Spread your collarbones wide. Take 1 more breath here. Inhale as you lift your right leg, bring your knee forward to the outside or any part of your right wrist, and your foot moves over to the left for pigeon. If you would like, you can come all the way through, lie on your back, and bend your right knee out and place your ankle on top of your left thigh as you squeeze all of that in. Otherwise, you can come all the way down for pigeon here. You can put a block underneath your right hip if that's more supportive. This is all about opening up the hip. This is external rotation in your hip joint. Notice 2 more breaths. And 1 more. Good. Take your time. Make your way, however that works for you, into downward facing dog. So if you're here in pigeon on your belly, hands down, curl your left toes underneath as you reach your right leg up and back. If you're on your back, roll over and extend your hips up and back. And lower your right foot. Now some of you might want to transition. We call this vinyasa. Inhale forward to plank and exhale lower yogi push-up. Squeeze the elbows into the ribs. Inhale upward facing dog or cobra, and exhale pressing back into downward facing dog. Everybody lift your left leg, inhale, and exhale bring it through into pigeon to the left side. So the knee moves over to the left, the foot moves to the right as you breathe. And extend back through the right leg or lie on your back as you bend your left knee out and place your ankle on top of your right thigh. Squeezing the knees in towards your chest if you're on your back. And see if you can keep your hips down onto the floor. And everybody notice 2 more breaths here. If you're feeling this in the tushy on the left side, and 1 more breath. Great. So take your time. Remember the transition you used. Bring yourself out of pigeon into down dog first. So I always like single leg down dog with the leg up and the hip open. And then if you're taking the vinyasa, bring your left foot down. Inhale brings you forward to plank. Exhale, yogi push-up. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra, and exhale back into downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, make your way through to seated. So take your time as you walk your feet through and have a seat. Extending your legs in front of you, called a staff pose. Hands are on the floor by your hips. Press your heels out, draw your toes back, and sit up really tall. If you feel that you're behind your sitting bones, you can put a block underneath your tushy. So tall spines here. Lengthening through the crown of the head. As you're pressing your hands down, see if you can lengthen through the back of your legs too. Take 1 more breath here. And big exhale, squeeze your knees into your chest, wrap your arms around your shins and tuck your chin like a tiny little ball. And begin to notice your breath. As you inhale, feel the belly open up out to your thighs. And as you exhale, notice how it draws back in. Good. Take 1 more breath here. As you shift your weight back into lifting your feet for boat pose, you can continue to hold your shins. You can hold eyes, lift your chest. You can even bring your shins parallel. And notice how you can lengthen through the crown of your head. So the most important part is the lift up through the crown of your head as you breathe. Inhaling and exhaling. Take 1 more breath here. Slowly lower your feet, keep them hip distance apart, away from your hips. Place your hands behind you. The fingers point towards your feet. Inhale, lift your hips up for a reverse tabletop. Feel free to look up or even look behind you. Exhale, bring your butt back down to the floor. Shift your weight right back into boat pose. So whichever variation you were working on, either straight legs, bent knees, holding on, lift your chest. Good, take one more breath here. Place your feet back down. Hands are behind you. Inhale, lift up into reverse table. One more boat pose. Exhale brings you down. Shift your weight, lift your chest, and continue to lengthen through the entire spine. If your legs are straight, look at your toes. You can even smile at your toes. One more reverse table, feet are down, hands are behind you. Inhale as you lift it all the way up. Exhale brings you down. Cross your legs, roll forward, hands down, knees wide into a wide child's pose. As your hips draw back, hand over hand or a block underneath your forehead as you rest. Continue to breathe. Allow your hips to settle back towards your feet and your chest to reach down towards the floor. 2 more breaths here, and 1 more. Take your time as you come up. Press your hips back and come into an easy seated position. Wherever is good for your legs. Eyes can be open or closed, and prepare for conscious breathing. Simply notice that you're inhaling, lengthening through the crown of your head, and exhaling as you let something go. Continue the breath of inhaling, opening up your body, and exhaling, releasing and settling. Take 3 more conscious breaths, inhaling and exhaling. Just awareness that you're breathing. And 1 more. Bring your hands to your heart center as you thank yourself for practicing today. Namaste.